right, welcome back to another episode of Sports Fans Only. See Anthony and Sean Mack. And as always, we're going to be discussing a little boxing today. Actually, we're going to be discussing a huge boxing event that just happened. We had the Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight. A lot of controversy there. So let's get right to it. Wait, hold up. Before we get right to it, if you like today's content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video and get in that comment section. So, let's get right at it. Was Devin Haney's performance impressive to you? What you think about his performance?
I think very, very impressive, especially the first round, first and second round. Kind of to me, he came out with that game plan like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Floyd being a defensive fighter, but came out in the first round and stepping on it. It was weird to see Devin like stalking. At one point he was in the groove. He was like trying to like close that distance. Real impressed with the body work. I feel like the body work gave Lomo a little bit more to think about. Lomo, to me, like in the later rounds, figured it out. But very impressed with Devin Haney, especially the earlier parts of the fight. Feel like he might have faded late, but very impressed, especially those first couple of rounds that showed a different side of him. Not being a big power puncher, but willing to engage and come forward. Not just looking to throw the jab, but looking to land, straight rights, left hooks to the head. And like I said, especially the body work.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good early. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a fight with so much controversy in the last. I don't know. People saying that this is rigged. I don't know. I put up a short not too long ago about what's wrong with boxing when Weeks that stopped that fight last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. All right, moving on. How would you rate Lomachenko's performance?
I think he did well. I think it took us some time to figure out Devin, get his game plan. Obviously, it worked, like I said. I feel like Devin was kind of fading late. Lomo was starting to step on the gas cautiously, not just being wild and reckless, but he was still, got back to the old Lomachenko, in and out, using those angles, touching you when you can't touch him. You can't really even find him to touch him. Like, he was real, real busy. So I think he did. I think he had a good performance. Scale of 1 to 10. I give it maybe like an 8, not the best version of Lomachenko, but still at this age, all he's been through, I think he had a great performance. I think he did good, and I hope they could, I think he still got maybe 2 or 3 good fights out there. So shouts out to Lomachenko.
You being a big boxing fan, I'm just gonna ask the question. Be real with me. You comfortable with that decision?
I feel like if you're a true boxing fan, you just know boxing. So I would say,
see, no, that's the problem, though. That'd be the problem.
I'm comfortable with it, but I don't agree with it. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's boxing. It's like, Adelaide Bird, I believe it was. If not, I apologize. But she had Floyd Mayweather losing to Canelo Alvarez, I believe. So, me, I feel like I think that Lomachenko did enough in the late rounds, was impressive enough to get a draw. So if it's up to me, the fight would have been a draw. But I can't say a lot of people online saying robbery. I don't think that was a robbery. I think that was just a tough fight to call. I think down the stretch especially, it seemed like when Lomachenko was stepping on the gas, Devin was fading, but then Devin still had spurts of putting in work. So I feel like he still was doing good in spurts. Lomo was stepping on it. I feel like if Lomo would have came out not so passive in the first round and tried to dominate rather than sizing up and seeing what Devin was doing, I think he won the fight hands down. If he just would have stepped on the gas in the first and was willing to engage more, I think Devin probably won that fight. Even though it was a close fight, Devin winning I think in the first 6 rounds, I might have gave Lomachenko 1 round. Or maybe 1 round, then another round of draw, the rest go to Devin. But I feel like Devin being aggressive in the first, Lomachenko being aggressive in the second part of the fight. I feel like if he just would have stepped on the gas a little bit more in that first or the second round, I think he would have won the fight. But I'm comfortable with that. I'm not going to scream robbery. I feel like it was just tough down the stretch to call. Some people online saying Lomo, some saying Haney, a lot of people saying robbery. I don't say robbery. I just, it's boxing. It is what it is.
Yeah, I can agree with Lomo's lack of putting in work early in the fight might have cost him, but he did step up late. But I don't know. I don't know. You know how I am, but I love my boxing, but sometimes it just makes the casual fan. We'll always love boxing, but it makes that casual fan say, nah, I can't get with this. Nelly was actually after the fight, he was saying the boxing won't get no more money from him. He was on IG Live screaming about it, but I think it's because of the
Now they will. He'll
they
buy some
will
more.
they will. I think it is. I think a lot of it has to do with the two judges that was there that night. Happened to be two judges that was at the Tank fight, and one of those judges actually had it tied, and one had it 9-10 when Ryan got knocked down. So it is what it is. So last question: should there be a rematch in this fight? Or
I
do
don't
you
know.
want to see a rematch? Not if they
I
should
don't want
be.
to see a rematch. I don't want to see a rematch, but I'll watch it if it happens. I'd rather see Tank go ahead and take on, set up something with Tank Davis, a Shakur. I'd rather that now rather than waiting. But like I said, if he rematch Lomo, good, I'll watch it. But that's not if I call the shots, I'll be seeing Devin Haney getting stopped. I mean, he'd be fighting Tank Davis. So like I said, for me, no, but I'm down to watch it. But I think it's time for him to move on and test the waters versus Shakur or Tank. Shouts out to Lomachenko, though.
Who would you have in the Stevens and Haney matchup?
I'm going with I don't think Devin could really give Shakur test or either Tank Davis. So Shakur Stevens.
Me too. I think Tank is top dog, like we said. I tell you though, I just get so sick of controversy in boxing. They need a commission. Don't know if it'll happen. I'd rather take someone like Dana White, a Dana White type person, to be the commissioner of the head of boxing. So the boxing need a head. They have too many factions to where things could happen and it make it seem like it's just crooked. So, any last words before we get out of here?
No, that's it. Salute to both fighters. I think it was a good fight. Like I said, probably more entertaining than I thought because I didn't know what to expect with that fight. But shouts out to Devin. Like I said, he came out. I'm not even really a Devin Haney fan. I was rooting for Lomachenko being the older guy. I tend to usually go that way sometimes, but in all sports, like I didn't like Tom Brady when he was younger.
Yeah.
When he in his later years, I kind of liked him because he was the older guy. I wanted to see him do well. So, but shouts out to Devin Haney. He did well. He did enough to win. I don't think it was a robbery. It's just I'll give it to the refs. To the judges. Tough to call kind of fight, but if I had my say, I would say I would say it was a draw.
That's what I
But
said. I said that's what I was saying. I was like, to me, I was like, Lomo by an inch or a draw. I didn't see Haney winning the fight. I don't.
Yeah,
Like I said,
first round. I think the first round lost the fight for Lomo. A little bit more aggressive. A little bit more aggression in the first round. I feel along with what he did, the work he did in the later rounds. I feel would have did it. Even through all the body work and the left hooks to the head, he still found the range, got comfortable, and looked like he had Devin Haney like real tired in there. So
yeah, he
I
did.
think just
Yeah.
the first round, if he'd put in more work the first round, I feel like probably lost him the fight.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and that's where we'll leave it. We'll see everybody again. But as always, if you like today's content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and leave a comment as always. For C. Anthony, I'm Sean Mack, and this is Sports Fans Only. Peace.